Welcome to this month's installment of Brass Chats, brought to you by Monster Oil. What is this, 21 year? All right, hi everybody. Welcome to Brass Chats once again. Today we are sitting down with trumpet legend, international man of action, Arturo Sandoval. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Yeah,
I'm great. Wonderful meeting you.
Yeah.
So do you still get nervous for the kind of show that you're playing today? Or is it just another day at the office?
It's not like this. In the music, especially with the trumpet, you never know. Trumpet is unpredictable, you know, and then you cannot take anything for granted, you know. You have to, you're going to be as good as you are today.
Sure.
Nobody cares what you did yesterday. Nobody pay attention to that because that's history, and they weren't there. They want to hear you today. And then, of course, you always have some kind of pressure, you know, especially when you know the people are expecting something. If you don't get that something, you know you're going to be in trouble.
Dizzy Gillespie, he was a huge influence and mentor for you. Tell us a Dizzy story that people might not have heard before. If you have them. I'm sure there are plenty. I'm sure there are plenty that are not safe for the camera. But.
Oh man, that was one I really always remember. That was very funny. He used to put the click on the bell, you know, the microphone, and we were playing in London in a big theater, and he took the mic out of his trumpet and clip over here in his pocket, and then he ran to the toilet. In the middle of the gig, you know, and everybody in the hall said,
There's got to be a recording of that somewhere.
Oh man, that was something so funny.
I will not rest until I find that. We're gonna have to find that.
I don't know if that is recorded or so. I don't think so, but I remember that happened, man.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's so much.
He was a funny man, you know. He got a great sense of humor. When we told him what had happened, he said, "Oh yeah." He don't care, you know. He was just laughing.
Sure. So, what was your biggest and most important musical influence apart from Dizzy? You've spoken a lot in interviews past, and you know, there's been the movie. You have albums dedicated to Dizzy. Aside from Dizzy, what's been who has been your biggest musical influence?
You know, to be honest, I love and respect every good musician, everyone, whoever really have a good career and a strong dedication and really love the music. I enjoy listening to that because we have to respect what that takes to get to that level, you know. Yeah, in any instrument, doesn't matter, in any instrument. But of course, I have people who really make influence, and I respect so much, like people like Oscar Peterson, or Clifford Brown, or Clark Terry. People that, you know, there's a lot of them. Freddie Howard was incredible too. Woody Shaw, I like Woody Shaw very much. I like Art Tatum. I like Keith Jarrett, Chick Corea.
So all around.
Oh my goodness, you name it. And also I listen a lot to the classical thing. I'm a big fan of the Impressionist composer, you know, Ravel, Debussy, Satie, all those great composers, and I love that kind of music. And one of my favorite composers of all time is Sergei Rachmaninoff. I love all those piano concertos and the orchestra concerto of Rachmaninoff. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's so much energy.
What a wonderful music, man. And what a great melodies. Because the music is melody, harmony, and rhythm. It's three ingredients. If you got wonderful harmony and wonderful melody, wow. And on top of that, the rhythm is good too. You got it all.
You got it all, baby.
You got it all.
All right, so I could be making this up, but I would say that for most people, playing music probably starts as a hobby or a side project when you're very little. I mean, for me, I started piano lessons when I was 6, and it was something extra to do. And then for professional musicians, there's a point. Maybe it's one point, maybe it's over a span of time, where you decide that this is the direction that your life is going. This is your life's goal. Did you have such a moment or such a span of time? Describe how that happened for you.
No, I didn't have that a specific moment, but when I was a boy, I thought already, I knew that I want to be a musician. I was absolutely sure that that is exactly what I want to do in my life. Nobody in my family understood that in the very beginning because my father was a car mechanic and nobody in my family was involved with the music at all. And when they saw that my decision was so strong and I want to be a musician no matter what, everybody was surprised, you know. Everybody was, what's wrong with this boy? What's going on here? And later on, of course, when they really find out that my decision was 100% sure, of course, I got all the support I could have from an extremely poor family. I have to quit the school when I was in 5th grade to help my family. I started working in some other business, you know, as a helper in a machine shop, store.
So you helped to support them, and they returned the favor later on when music was the direction.
Yeah,
that's good. It's important.
Yeah, music. I always say that music saved my life, and also helped me a lot to support my family as well. You know. Yeah.
You've played with a ton of famous people over the years. Who was the most fun to be around? Whether it's on stage or hanging out afterwards.
Oh, Dizzy. No doubts about Dizzy.
Good.
Dizzy, but his sense of humor, you know. And he was a very smart man, too. Yeah, you can talk to him about anything, you know. He was a guy who really... And we share a lot of things. He smokes cigar, too, you know. He liked Cuban food. There's a lot of things, you know, that we share beside the music.
Let's talk about improvisation a little bit. This is always an interesting question to ask with many jazz musicians, and you always get a different answer. Do you think it's more effective to sit down and study and analyze chord changes when you're learning a tune, or is it better just to listen and learn?
Listen. That's what the old timers said. Listen, listen. It's like a language, something you have to put in your blood. It's a way of living. It's a way of, you know, it's many things, but the most important thing is improvisation. You have to realize that if you are not improvising, what is funny about it, you know, what is the trick? Yeah. You have to call something else. Demonstration of your studies or whatever, you know. The other thing is improvising. Improvising is inventing things. What my concept is to be able to do it in the more or less easy way or the most fluent and or organic way is when you have, number one, the musicianship, the musicality to hear ideas before you start playing. You have to imagine some other melody on top of the original melody. This is what improvisation is all about. Come out with a new melody on top of the other one, and a new one, a new one, and a new one. It's a cycle, you know. And to really let flow your imagination, you cannot be dealing at the same time with lack of command of your instrument, any instrument. When you see people like Charlie Parker, John Coltrane, Dizzy, Art Tatum, Oscar Peterson, you hear no limitation at all. What you hear is people who are doing exactly what they want to do, and the skill they got allow them to do anything they want at any moment without, you know, because when you're trying to improvise, and you, even if you're very musical, you got the ideas. And some people in the jazz business are very confused about the word technique. Technique is something we need in any instrument to be able to play well, to play in tune. Technique is not a synonymous of speed. Some people believe that technique is you know, the facility or something like you're so virtuoso playing fast. No. A long tone with a good sound and in a perfect pitch, that's a good technique also, you know. The position of your finger in the piano, that's a good technique. So many things. But all those things help you when you want to improvise to don't even think about what you have to do this phrase. You do it because it's easy for you. And listen to a lot of music. Listen, and listen all the time. And listen. And copy people, yes, copy the phrases and learn the phrases. Yeah, learn the language. Of course, later on, not necessarily you have to be a copycat of somebody else, because that's boring. That's stupid. That don't gonna give you a good reputation. As much as I love Dizzy, I don't spend all my life trying to play like him.
You learn your own language through what other people
That don't make sense when you want to sound like somebody else. You know?
Sure, yeah. Sound. You've said before that sound is something that is your foremost priority. You're speaking specifically about technique for trumpet. That's your number one most important thing. What do you do every day is the sound. What do you do every day to work on your sound quality?
Long tones, you know, you have to cultivate the sound. You have to really must take care of the quality of the sound and listen to every single note and be sure that's the best note you could play. Until you are not positive about it, you have to keep working on it until you hear the purity of the sound. Sound which is big. I'm not talking about loud, talking about big sound and good in tune, and you hear all the harmonics and all the things around that specific note. They're there.
What have been some of the biggest struggles of your career? You can speak about it in terms of trumpet technique, or in terms of personal struggles, or having to make it in the business. Anything that's been difficult for you that you've overcome?
I know that happened, a lot of things to me, but I don't remember.
It's good. Positive outlook.
I don't remember.
Rules overall.
And I don't want to remember. Because history, we have no control. That's gone. Whatever we're doing in this moment now, we have certain amount of control. Whatever going to happen tomorrow, we have no control. It's in the hands of God.
Sure. Here's the Matzah Round. Short answers, 1 or 2 words, okay? You
Be
ready?
sure I understand what you said.
I will.
Don't forget about my English limitation.
Your English is perfect. You are unlimited on English just as you are on trumpet.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here you go.
You're right. Liar. He's a liar.
All good interviewers are liars. That's what I'm learning. All right, we have the Monster Round with Arturo Sandoval. Are you ready, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here it goes. Best conductor you've ever worked with?
I don't recall.
Least favorite instrument?
Least favorite?
Least favorite instrument.
Oh my goodness. Contrabassoon.
All right. If I could give you any car in the world right now, which one would you pick?
A car?
If I could buy you a car today, which one would you pick?
Porsche 911 Turbo.
Favorite food?
Cuban food.
Blondes or brunettes?
Either way. Either way.
1 and 2 or third valve?
Third.
Favorite note?
G of a second line in the staff.
What was your best sport growing up, if you played any sports?
Baseball. Baseball. I played for years.
What position?
Third base.
Good position. Mountains or beach for vacations?
Beach.
Cigars or scotch?
Cigar.
What's your favorite cigar?
Fuente. Arturo Fuente.
All right, good. Got to hook up. If you could travel back in time to any concert that ever happened, which one would it be?
Any one of those concerts with Dizzy Gillespie. Yeah.
How are you?
How old?
How are you? Just how you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm doing okay.
Good.
I'm fine.
Excellent. Nicest hotel you've ever stayed at?
Fairmont, here in Boston.
Good choice. On a scale of 1 to 10, how handsome are you?
When I was young, I used to be, but not anymore, man. I'm 65 years old.
Scale of 1 to 10.
I don't know, 3.
High notes or low notes?
Pretty notes.
Rhythm or intonation? If you had to choose one.
Oh my goodness. Intonation.
Super Bowl or World Cup?
World Cup of soccer?
Soccer.
I prefer the soccer because
It would be like, no, you're wrong. There's plenty of
American football, I'm sorry, I don't even understand the game.
That's okay. You're not alone there. All right. If you joined the circus, what would be your specialty?
If I join a circus?
If you joined the circus, you have trapeze, tightrope, being a clown, lion tamer.
Oh, I would love to be the owner of the circus.
The what now?
The owner,
Okay.
to get the money. People do the things, I just get the money.
I like it. He's a businessman. All right. Maynard or Faddis?
Maynard, 100%.
What's the highest?
150.
That's definitive. What's your favorite movie?
Shawshank Redemption.
That's up there for me. It's in my top 3.
Oh my goodness, I love that movie, man.
Good pick.
Love that.
Good pick. There's good music at the end too. When he
all
escapes.
the way the music. All the way the music is beautiful.
What's your favorite jazz standard?
Body and soul.
What's the best military band in the world? The United States Coast Guard Band or one of the other ones?
The United States Coast Guard Band is the greatest band in the history of man and will remain so until the end of time.
Favorite cartoon character?
Oh. Huckleberry Hound. Huckleberry Hound.
Good one.
Huckleberry Hound.
Name one musician, alive or dead, who you've never collaborated with, but you would like to.
Life or Dead?
Alive or dead?
Oh, I really would love to play with Oscar Peterson, man.
What's the most amount of cigars you've smoked in one day?
4.
Favorite city?
The world.
Location of your first kiss?
Oh, my home village where I grew up.
All right, pop quiz. Who has released more albums, you or Herb Alpert?
Probably me.
Ooh, incorrect. Herb has 50. I counted 32 on yours. Good one, though. All right,
How many albums he released?
50 I think I saw.
50?
Yeah. Hey,
Ed Harper?
that's what it was. All right.
Man.
Hey, Arturo, it was a pleasure speaking
Thank
with
you, man.
today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Here's your mic. And let me go for the food, man, before they close the thing.
We hope you enjoyed this month's installment of Brass Chats, brought to you by Monster Oil. If you'd like to know when our next video comes out, feel free to subscribe by clicking here, or maybe even here.